So in the next couple of weeks, I wanted to take a deep dive into the world of Korean soups and stews. But before we do that, we need to take sort of a pre-lesson on how to make authentic Korean stock base. And we're gonna do three versions. One is the traditional way, the second is a vegetarian alternative, and the third is, of course, an even faster way for weekdays. No need to take notes, just open your ears, eyes focused, and let's go. Alright guys, here we have some dried anchovies. You can find these at the Korean mart, and what you're looking for are ones that are called 국물용, which means used for broth. And if you're at the Korean mart, you're going to see a lot of different varieties. Some are smaller and very flat. Those we just like to eat dry, just as a snack. And so you want to avoid getting those. And this guy's in length, they're a little bit bigger than your middle finger. If you look at this one, you see that there still is some width here. It's not completely like flat like this. Enough room for your hands to sort of prop them open, right? Now I picked up a new one and I want to show you how to clean this. Just take off their heads, very easy, like this, comes right off. You just want to split it again in half. And then you're going to see these black innards, right? It'll come right off like that, look at that. And we take out these dried innards because it makes the soup taste bitter. Now you're just left with the dried anchovy. And guys, we're going to do about 10 of these. Alright, so now I have 10 here. Oh, and I should mention, so if you go to the mart and you buy a bag of dried anchovies, you want to keep these in the freezer and it'll keep them fresh for a very long time. I've bought the oversized bag here. Strangely, there's a hole in the bottom of the package and it's leaking, so I put a little diaper on it, but back in the freezer. Then we have Gumbo Pieces, which is dried kelp. They usually come as a large piece, or some of the packages will sell them pre-cut like this. And if you look on the pieces, you're going to see this white stuff. And this white stuff is sort of a mixture of the natural salts and flavors that sort of condense as it starts to dry. Now I know some home cooks which like to wipe this. By the way, don't ever put this under running water or else you're going to lose all the flavor. If you want to clean a little bit, you can just get a damp paper towel and then just dab it like that. But I'm not too Martha Stewart about things and it tastes exactly the same. Got a fairly large pot, put it on medium heat, and we're going to just put it in. And note, I didn't put any oil. We're going to pretend like these are peanuts, and then we're going to just roast them. By roasting, I just mean just move them around for about 30 seconds. Nothing special. And then by roasting them like this, it gets rid of moisture. And in that moisture is a lot of the fish flavors, so that's flying away, which is good. And then I have 5 standard cups here. I'm going to pour that in. And yes, get enough dashima pieces to cover your iPhone. And we just put them in. Let it come up to a boil without a lid. This way all of the fishy aromas evaporates. And once it comes up to boil, let's reduce it down to a medium low and then take out the dashima pieces. If you keep the dashima pieces in there for too long, the soup starts turning cloudy. And then we're going to let it cook for 10 minutes. And this is what I mean by a good gentle boil. It's nice and behaved, all in control. Now that's been about 10 minutes, I got a large mixing bowl. Just cover that with a kitchen towel. Alright guys, there it is. There's your broth. And since you're home cook, for learning purposes, give it a taste. The broth is very subtle and it's like a perfect backup dancer. You know, it's not trying to take the spotlight. And if anchovies ain't your thing, I mean, it's all good. We're gonna just work with some vegetables. So 3 shiitake mushrooms or Korean pyogo mushrooms. We're gonna need half an onion. And then of course the obligatory arm piece of spring onion. Now when onions are cooked, they provide sweetness. That shiitake mushroom is going to provide that umami flavor. And the spring onion is going to give this sort of uplifting fresh taste. The 4th ingredient is optional. If you have a Korean mart nearby, get some Korean radish. We're going to do about 150 grams. Then measure up to the 2nd wrinkle in your pointer finger. In Korean we say it tastes 시원해, or quite refreshing. We'll just cut this into smaller blocks. And just like last time, we need 5 standard cups of water. And we also need kombu here. This binds all the flavors together. iPhone piece in, put it on a medium-high heat and bring it up to boil. Let's take out the dashima pieces and we'll reduce this again to a medium-low. a gentle simmer. So now it's been about 15 minutes and we're gonna do the same. Just grab and then we're gonna just set this aside to chill. And the last one, 5 standard cups of water. I showed these in one recipes, but these are the anchovy-kelp in a tea bag. So if we take a look at the bag, these are anchovy parts and kelp grinded up. Kind of like coffee, but actually not at all. All right, and once it comes up to a roaring boil, let's again reduce to a medium low. And the beauty of these bags is all it needs is 5 minutes. So drop it in, and 5 minutes is up. We just take out the tea bag. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. Obviously very different in color. This anchovy kelp broth looks very neutral. Let's give a quick taste of this one. So this is very light in taste, a hint of anchovy flavor for the vegetarian version. And so the first taste you get is from the shiitake mushrooms, and then the back taste is actually from that Korean radish, that sort of uplifting flavor. And there's a little bit of sweetness from the onions as well. So, and then this last one, the anchovy taste is a little bit stronger. It still has a little bit of a smoky flavor, which kind of helps round out the back taste. So now when you see our soup or stew recipes, I'm always going to make it like this, which is the traditional way, but feel free to substitute it with this or just drop in a tea bag. So if you have any more questions, just let me know, type away. Otherwise, later this week, I'll show you some cool soups. Video is finished. I got 6 liters of stock broth. The room smells like anchovy / shiitake mushrooms. What to do? What to do? What to do? What to do?